All right. So hi. So this is our final reflection. We're gonna just start it off by saying we are the podcast group. We had a lot of fun doing it. But our problem was giving athletes a safe space to talk and share what they are going through during this tough time of COVID. So um, we'll start it off with Carson. What were your thoughts about the project?
I thought it went really well. I thought our weekly meetings, we had a lot of like meetings outside on Zoom outside of the classroom, and we were really like productive in those. And I thought working together as a group was like really easy.
I agree.
Yeah, I have the same thoughts as Carson. I think it went pretty well. We met pretty often outside of class, and I think it just went really well overall.
Yeah. So just touching on the project itself, you know, it was pretty impacting. Definitely seeing a lot of the interviews and what we got out of it. It's nice to see that there's a lot of people out there that are in the same boat, especially with not being able to practice, not being able to play, and some schools actually having the ability to play and practice. It's very interesting, but it's all comes with a bunch of challenges, and I think everybody's sharing those same things, which is kind of makes it better for other athletes to see that everybody's going through it, and we're gonna have to work together to get through it. So,
Well, I think
um,
even came out of this, like the people I interviewed, I felt a lot closer to them, like after, like because I've like
yeah,
heard some of their like struggles and everything, and I can relate to them. So I feel like this project helped us make some buddies. I don't know.
no, 100%. Like, especially with my interview, I learned a lot more than I was expecting, and it was more of not even so much on the sports side; it was more outside of sports and how it affected him. And it was very interesting story, and that was something that really was eye opening.
Yeah, same here. I learned a lot that I didn't think I would. It was pretty good.
Yeah, all right, so let's just talk about the process. So starting from the beginning, we all met. We were like, how good would this be if we just did a podcast? I don't even remember how it exactly came up, but we're like,
Yeah.
podcasts would be great to like implement all this and talk to different people, interviewing. And I think it just kind of came through, and we just had that idea from the beginning, and we were like wanting to roll with it.
I think it's definitely good during like these times too. Like our problem is like we don't. It's not really a problem where we can like talk to like the people of the school or anything. But I think it's within like the students that it helped. Like our
Yeah.
problem, we really solved it within the students and the student athletes.
Yeah, I think us doing a podcast is a really good idea because we were talking about like just doing something like a website or something at first, but I'm just really happy that we did this podcast.
Yeah, me too. You guys were great to work with, so I had a lot of fun doing that. I mean, just being able to collaborate throughout the whole year, um, definitely was good. And I think there was a lot of times where we were just in class and everybody was doing stuff, and we were like, I mean, what are we supposed to do? We have just such a great idea. We were so ready to start for so long. We didn't end up starting like as early as we probably could have. Um, but ever since we started, we had a lot of fun. Um, and we got a lot out of it.
Yeah, even though we didn't have like a lot to do during class time, I think we still use it to like make a plan. Like it
Yeah,
was
we
like
always had a
planning
plan.
time.
We always
Yeah.
Yeah,
had a plan. There's that was I think big with us. That was one of our biggest successes.
the the only thing we really like didn't couldn't do like in class is like the actual like interviews. So we came up with like the questions and like the guidelines and
Yeah.
stuff like in class.
Right, because it was mostly people out of the classroom. I know you did Mateo.
Yep.
He's in our class. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my boy Mateo. All right. So we talked about a lot of the successes and how we implemented the idea, but how about the roadblocks that we had? I
Well,
mean, I can start with it. I mean, me on the
we're all
other
thinking
hand,
the same thing. Yeah.
I'm the kid trying to edit over here. Make sure you guys have your interviews all taken care of, and I forgot about mine and deleted them. So, the night before we have to go and talk about it, I just called around, and thankfully Mateo was there and helped me out a little bit and gave me a great interview on the spot, and it was awesome. So I applaud Mateo for that, for sure.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
go
you can go,
ahead.
Carson.
We always talk at the same time. No,
I know.
You guys fine.
Oh, all right. Yeah, my interviews like didn't get deleted, thankfully, but they it was just like I had like a hard time like finding them and sending them over and stuff like that.
They're weird. Like once those Zoom recordings like load, you don't know where they go half the time. You actually have to like really look for them.
Yeah.
Also, we started off this project with 4 members, but I think we did a really good job of like putting it all together with only the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a grind. I mean, yeah. Our one member was there, so I mean he is in the first part. But all he was there was just to talk, if I'm gonna be honest. Didn't really help us out at all. And that kind of stinks for us because we had to do a lot of overtime. But we
And
managed.
it would have been
Made us stronger.
It did. It would have been great to get like a coach's insight too on all of it because I think
I
that's
know.
what
I was really looking forward to that. He actually had somewhat of a important
you had
interview.
a good idea, but
Yeah, because we all just got the players.
Yeah, so I mean that's definitely one thing that we'd really want to, change a little bit. Would really make sure we can hit on more of the overall perspective. Maybe like, we got the players' perspective, but what about the coaches? What about the athletic director? What about the people that run, different conferences and sports? And that would be more of an, interesting topic to really combat with 2 different sides. And I just think that's the one thing we missed out on because of that, which kind of stinks. But granted, we did get really good interviews from some awesome kids. So
yeah, we did.
Really
I'm
happy
happy
with
I
that.
did them.
all right, so kind of more or less, let's reflect. I mean, we're already starting to reflect a little bit, but I guess we can reflect a little more on basically, maybe what we should, I was talking about kind of in the future. I guess we could, if we were to ever do this again, definitely implement those different people, take more of a different side. But I don't know. Personally, I think we have a better understanding now. This was more of a test run for us. It was tough, but I think we would have had it now. So I think the next time it would have been a lot smoother. We wouldn't have a lot of rough edges.